And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Hey everybody, I'm Tom Vasel, and today we're taking a look at QE. Now QE, when I first heard about this game, this is a game, it's 2008, the economy is crashing. Don't run off yet. In this game, you are trying to save the economy and basically save different industries by printing money. This is an auction game, but in this auction game, you can bid as much money as you want. It's like, what? Like, there's no limit. Any number, as high as you can think of, you can bid. Oh, there's a catch. Whoever bids the most money over the course of the game loses. When I first heard about this, I said that it's got to be broken, right? There's no way I could break the game easily. And then I played it. And here's how it plays. At the beginning of the game, each player picks a country that they're going to be. So you'll pick the country and place that board in front of you, along with a bidding board and a erasable marker, which you'll be writing on that board. Each player is going to randomly have a secret industry tile that's going to count as one of that type. So I have one financial type. Now, I'm going to talk about scoring real quickly, because as the game goes by, you're going to be bidding on and trying to win different industry tiles. So at the end of the game, each industry tile is worth a certain number of points, which you'll mark here. Each round, once per round, and going around all the players, you're allowed to bid 0, to deliberately not win a bid, and each time you do that, you get 2 points. You also get points if you match your country, so I'm trying to get UK tiles, and so I can get 10 points if I get all 3 of them. Then I'm going to take not only the tile, this financial tile, but any other ones I got over the course of the game. And if I get, like, for example, 4 financial tiles, I'll get 16 points. And so for each of the types, you can get up 6, 10, or 16 points. And then if you have 3, 4, or 5 different ones, you'll score points here. Whoever bids the least money over the course of the game will get 7 extra victory points. And you'll add together all these victory points, and whoever has the most is the winner. So how do you get these? So each round, you'll turn over a tile, and one person is the auctioneer. Each person gets to be the auctioneer once per round. And you will then look at that tile, and that's a 4. That's the highest. So let me see. I'm willing to bid 40. So I put this on the table. Everyone can see my bid. Then everybody else will secretly write down a bid on their own boards. These boards are given to the auctioneer. So the auctioneer looks at the bid. This player bid 47. This player bid 4,921. Well, they bid $1 million. This person bid 473 billion. So they win because they bid 473 billion. You can bid any amount you want. They'll then take this tile and they'll write the amount here on the tile, 473 billion. All right, so now they know how much that person bid, and the person who did it, which happened to be, who was the player who bid that much money? Oh, the person playing Europe. So they are going to get that tile, and they put it in front of them. So that's their tile. We know how much they bid on it. And then the next person goes. Remember, if you bid 0, which you can do once per round, you'll get 2 points. And you don't have to bid higher than the auctioneer, but you're not going to win if you don't. So everyone will be going around the table bidding at a time. And as time goes by, you're going to figure out, how much money is being spent. And in fact, if you're playing a 5-player game, once per game, you can look at the highest winning bid to see what it is. This will continue until all the tiles are gone, and there's a certain amount of tiles in the game depending on number of players, so there'll be 3, 4, or 5 rounds. After that's done, you score up like I just showed you. However, you'll also add together the amounts of all your winning bids, and whoever bid the most loses. They cannot win. So you can bid, for example, this bid is 473 billion. But that might be crazy because no one else might ever go over 473 billion, and that person automatically will lose. That's how you play. The components for this game are really nice. They're easy to tell the difference between the different tiles, how many points they're worth, what country they're from, what kind of resource they are by color and by symbol. They're nice thick things, and you're going to be writing on a lot of stuff over the course of this game. And usually I'm discouraged by the markers, but these markers seem to work pretty well. At least mine have worked well so far. And so writing the numbers down and erasing them works really well. There's not a lot of components for this game. And at first glance, this looks super complicated, but it's not. going over the different things. And on the back, it even tells you the setup. So if you're playing with less than 5 players, you can use one of the boards to set up the rest of them to show how everything works. And then, of course, the other boards have a 5-player and a 4-player side on them, and then you just use this one to show how things are set up. So that's kind of nice. Everything fits very easily in the box. Pretty good components. Wow, do I like this game. Also, do you know what? I've never lost it. So there's that. But this is a really intriguing game to me because you have a little bit of information. The auctioneer, they'll get all the bids, they look, and they instantly know who won. They write that down. The auctioneer knows what the high bid is. Everyone else does it. All they know is somebody outbid them. So you have to think, okay, someone outbid this number, so now the highest number is here. So the next time I bid, where am I going to bid? Where is this money going to be? And it's this really this tightrope walk as everyone's trying to figure it out. The game can be played very differently depending on how aggressive the players are. If you're going to play with me, I'm going to aggressively drive that price up. Now that could catch me. I could go too high and then just lose all my money. And in fact, you say, well, wait a minute. If someone bids $1 million, then I know never to go over $1 million and I'm not going to be eliminated. Sure, but you might not get enough tiles to win. And so you're fighting with everyone else. You find like, all right, I'll go over $1 million, but somebody else will then go over me. And there's that thing. It really reminds me of The Bottle Imp, right? That story by Robert Louis Stevenson, where you can keep selling something for half the price and half the price and half the price, or a lower price, as long as you aren't stuck with it at the end. Well, that's how this is. You can bid higher and higher and higher, as long as you're not stuck with it at the end. I think the record for our game now is 630 quintillion is the highest. It's just crazy. No one's bid a Google yet in any of mine, but I think that's because people don't want to do a Google +1. You know, I love it. I love the insanity of this. I mean, and it's kind of grounded in real life, right? And then the point scoring is there, and the point scoring is almost second to me to the playing of the game. It's like, oh, right, yes, I'm trying to win. There is some small drawbacks. First of all, you may not like playing with someone like me who's very aggressive. I've seen that there's games that never go over 1,000. People are just going back and forth, and that's fine. That will work well. It's very group dynamic, but if you play and someone keeps pushing up the numbers, that may throw you off. Secondly, it's possible to barely play. By what I mean is, you keep bidding and you keep getting outbid, and 2 people can dominate and run away and go back and forth with the game. One of them's going to lose, the other's going to win, and you're not involved. But if that's the case, then you need to be more proactive. You need to get in there and bid huge amounts or higher than everyone else. Yes, there's some danger to that, and yes, this game runs a high risk, but the game is not that long. It says in the box here that it's 30 minutes, I think, is the length of the game. Yeah, and that's not really long for an auction game. And I'm not normally a fan of auction games, but this one really tickles my fancy because I can bid anything I want. And so I'm telling you, I tried to break the game. I don't think it's broken. I think it works really well. And in fact, it's one of the most enjoyable experiences I've had this year. This is one that kind of came out of nowhere, surprised me, and I love it. I know it's not going to be everyone's cup of tea because it's such a sense of, I'm going to just print more than you, and you got to be careful to not lose. I tell people, you just bid up, bid up, bid up, bid up, bid up, and those last couple turns, pull way back, let someone overshoot you, boom, you got it. Of course, that can catch me. Now that I told all you my strategy, next time I play one of you, you might know that, but then I'll pull back one more turn early. Or maybe I'll never bid aggressively at all. I'll switch things up. Either way, it's a really fascinating game. From BoardGameTables.com. This, I think, is their first board game they've made, but I really like this. Certainly interesting. Certainly check it out. QE. Dice Tower Judgment, 476 million. Oh, I mean, excellent.
Thanks so much for watching another Dice Tower video. If you enjoy our videos, subscribe to the channel for more fun, comprehensive board game coverage. Also, consider joining us at one of our events. Come to Dice Tower Retreat, a small, intimate gathering where gaming is king. Join us for Dice Tower Cruise, the largest board game cruise. Attend Dice Tower West in Las Vegas for gaming fun on the West Coast, or Dice Tower East in Orlando in sunny Florida. Dice Tower Conventions, the friendliest gaming conventions on Earth. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower.